Okay. Guys, I wanted to tell you that this is uh, then we'll talk. Okay. Okay, guys. To see you. Papa Perk, nice to see you. Yes. Matthew Smith, nice to see you. Thanks for making it. Tomorrow I'm trying to make the broccoli casserole. I got some more broccoli. You know, I wish I would have told her to eat. Okay. Yamar, what's cooking in the kitchen? Um, oh, yo, Carlos, you need, we need you in Melton's, bro. He's cursing y'all. Good, okay, guys. I made that. Yeah, know you need the space so you can pick stuff. Okay. I'm going to look at you. It's okay. Turn this thing off. Okay. And I just also need to talk about what you making sure I'm on the internet. Okay, guys. Oh, I'll be right back, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just doing my ordinary thing. Shit on this. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm going to flip the camera around. And I'll talk to you guys with the camera flipped around. There. I'll have it like that. Okay. So what can we talk about? Okay, guys. Spaghetti. Hear no evil, see no evil, fear no evil. I'm not doing a whole lot today, homeless cat. Hey, you good looking. What you got cooking? Anyway, so I'm just trying to define my YouTube channel and try to decide what I want to do with my channel. What do I want to do with my content? What kind of content does everybody want to see me do? Am I going to go around the town? Hello, Charlotte Unplugged. How are you? More cooking videos, repair, RVs, drama, boy material. Point is why are people watching me? And some people would come on my channel to troll Elvis Travels, but if they just come on my channel to troll Elvis Travels, then they don't even care about my content, really. They're just here to troll him, you know. That if I wouldn't even have an Elvis Travels on my channel, they wouldn't even they wouldn't even be watching me if it wasn't for Elvis Travels. I can't build my whole channel on him, you know. I can't just build my whole channel on Elvis Travels. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm okay. Yeah. Well, one point is that if he is a type of a person. Okay, good, Charlotte. Good. I'm glad that my channel is drama free. That's a good thing, I think. Yeah, just keep my channel drama free. But the main point is, I think some people turned against me when I let Elvis Travels on my channel, and he bashed other people on my channel. You know. People felt like I was endorsing him. Okay, good. Woodworking. Yeah, I like the woodwork. But yeah, I think that that turned some people against me because of Elvis Travels bashing people on my channel. He said something to Anderson Henderson, and I didn't know anything about Anderson Henderson. But he said what he said. Of course, Anderson Henderson maybe was trolling him already, he says, but still, that had nothing to do with me, and he kind of put me in it because. And then he said what he said about Holly Undead, and that put me in the middle of that, and Holly Undead turned against me, so because of it. Elvis Travels helped me in my channel, but at the same time, he made me some enemies too. hard time watching good people being disrespected. I do too. Homeless cats. Do you think that Elvis disrespected me? What does everybody else think around here? The camper improvement in Charlotte Unplugged. I have some questions for you guys. I need your advice about something, and you guys can tell me what you think. Okay. But first of all, about the camper. But first of all, do you all think Elvis Travels disrespected me? That time in the car. Okay, thanks, homeless cats. He was driving away from our property, and he made the joke about me being a sissy and stuff. And then he told me he was joking. Well, he didn't say anything to my mom's face. He has a horrible track record. Anyone disrespects my mom, and we're done. Yeah, I don't want anybody to disrespect my mom. He didn't say anything to my mom to her face. A lot of people feel like that Marshall used me, and it's not cool. The same way he used Rosie O'Kelly, and he badmouthed Rosie O'Kelly after he left her property. Yeah, he said stuff in the past about LGBTQ people, but he said that he was just joking, but he never really apologized for what he said, and so I don't hate him, you know. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. My mom gets up and goes places and does stuff, but she still has COPD and she needs me to help her too, you know. Of course, if she got a little better, then I can take off and go somewhere. But traveling in an RV is good, but also if you have a place to park a tiny home or an RV for a long period of time, you have the ability to travel with it. But you can also park it in one place for a long time. When Marshall Elvis went to see Chris Diamond, Chris Diamond lived in an RV park. Him and his woman lived in an RV park in their Class B RV. So an RV or a tiny house. You can park. Laura Lee, hello, how are you? Yeah, he didn't care how other people feel. Well, you know, just like I did the tell-all thing, you know, it's just like it confuses me. Like he cares about people care about you, but with just a little and move to the next person. Well, I mean, he's just pretty much kind of he's done with he's done with Mr. X. I mean, I just but if you all think if the majority of the people who like me think that he did me wrong, then I should believe it because the majority of the people feel like that. The majority of the people think that Elvis. I would tell most of the people think that he did me wrong, that he uses people. That's what the majority consensus says. And I don't want. I want. I'm a strong person. I can be strong. I can be strong, and I don't. I want to be stronger than I am. I want to be stronger than I am. I want to become stronger. I may not be as strong as I should be, but I want to become more strong. How can I become more strong and stand up for myself? I don't want to look. Yeah, exactly. But the main thing is old saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Exactly. And but he doesn't care about anyone but himself. Didn't people tell you to be wary? Yeah, you were darling Kennedy. You're right. I mean, they did. People did tell me to beware of him. Twink the troll, hello, how are you? Dude, hello, how are you? Got off easy. A bunch of us told and warned you, so at least you knew. I knew and I fell anyway, but the point is I just somehow in my mind, I guess I wanted to. I don't want to hate on him or anything, like that. It's just that I mean, I think that, and the truth is, I still like him. I like Marshall, and I don't want to say anything about him that isn't true. But at the same time, I just feel like that's a character flaw that he has that he needs to work on. A character flaw he needs to work on. Blame the con game. Yeah, see, I mean, he should. Um, if he would try to learn how to care about other people more, it would be a good thing. Yeah, exactly. I hate to tell you this, but manipulative people will pretend to be your friend to face and then turn around and disrespect you. Don't be hard on yourself or give him a chance. The dude, you're right. I agree with you. Yeah, I give him a chance as a person. But I guess when I came in late to the scene, there are some things I like about his channel. Yeah. Yeah, Rosie's known him for years. But I mean, there are a lot of things about Rosie I like. And I like her content and her point of view as a trans person. I like how she deals with life and lives with life. I feel like she's a strong person and I can learn from her as a strong person. She deals with confrontation a lot better than I do, and that's something I think that I can learn from. I just need to not be such a softy and learn to be tougher and stand up for myself more. Hey, you tell me, how can I stop being a softy and stand up for myself more? How can I handle confrontation better? I'm the kind of person who likes to hide from confrontation and from dangerous people. Or I want to be like Rosie more to chooch on the streets and to be less passive. How can you guys help me to change my personality a little more? Okay, guys, I'm sorry I left you guys. Okay. He will never have friends acting like that. I hate to see, respect yourself enough to set boundaries with him. Speckled Pup, I'm glad you told me that. Yeah, well, that's the point, Laura Lee, is that he has a Middle Eastern background. I'd just like to be a little more hobo chowdery. Yeah, always an elbow. Okay. I don't want to get used. Stick up for him. I'm not gonna, yeah. Well, I didn't think he would say what he said, but he said it was a joke, but I don't think it was funny because he insulted Rosie one time and called her a sissy too. So, but I just need to set boundaries. Speckled pup, I think I take pride in myself, and I have to set boundaries. Speckled pump. I think I'm going to pin that comment. That's important, Speckled pup. I think that's the most important, just to set boundaries. Okay, I wanted you guys to tell me what you think. I need to take more pride in myself. Okay, I'm a transgendered person. I live out in the country at my mother's house. I want you guys' advice. I need to learn to stand up for myself in ways. I've had some problems with my neighbors. In the past, I've had neighbors using gay bashing slurs to me in my backyard in the past. How can I handle it? I want to stand up for my yard and be in my yard when I want to be. And I would like to be able to make a garden, grow a garden and stuff. But I need to learn to stand up for myself, but I don't want to be stuck in a bad situation. That's one reason I like van life, RV life, and van life. RV life and van life is to stand up for my yard. Gray Rock. I love the group that chats, no reason for anything. Just ignore them, hold your head high, and keep doing what you're doing. But those people try to make me feel like I shouldn't be out in my backyard because, and you don't have to worry about neighbors because you see, I went on Coates 9000 series. I went on Coates's and I asked him, do you ever miss having neighbors and stuff like that? And when you're transgender or different, you have a lot of, when you're transgender, you have problems with people and discrimination, and you could have bad neighbors that causes emotional stress. I have anxiety. I have bad anxiety and anxiety problems. I have anxiety problems and stuff like that. And when those people, I just want to stand up for myself. I want my property to be like the rancho of Rosie's. And here, I'll shake you outside and show you. I put up this privacy fence to avoid those people. But you see, I've got this here, and I was standing back here, you know. That's when I called some gay bashing slurs, and those people over in that White House over there. Those people are the ones over there. Let's see. I'll show you. Hold on. What in the heck? But I'll tell you this house over here. See that White House over there? This fence has been put up to make it a little better with the harassment. But that house over there, you see. And I've just had a lot of problems with these people. And I had some problems with the people next door to me too, where they live there, but they don't live there anymore. They moved. But the people I've had the most trouble with is these people over there. So, what should I do? I want to stand up for myself, but I have the right to be left alone. I have the right to be left alone by people. I have the right to be left alone. Okay. That's why I put the fence up, see? And I don't want to be upset, and I don't want to be harassed and stuff like that. I just need to live a stress-free life. That's why I'm like Coates doesn't miss. Coates doesn't miss having neighbors. That's why Coates doesn't miss having neighbors and his neighbors. I can get pride flag. Fuck you. Sorry. Clover of luck. Block user. Would that be considered hate crime? The best you can even be able to do is wear headphones so you don't hear them. Yeah, I just don't want to be in that environment. I want to be. I don't want to be in a negative environment. I want to be in a positive mood. I want to be in a positive mood. I don't want my mood to be destroyed. So, okay, Charlotte. Okay, I understand, Charlotte. That makes a lot of sense. Don't respond. Not react to those people. They want to engage you, don't they? But I fixed it. I showed you. You all saw, didn't you? Yeah, I got a protection order. Hey, Street Life, how are you? Through the law. That's a great idea. Yeah, yeah. So, I just when I get more money and I get working and get more money, I want to put up more privacy fencing. Yeah. But yeah, I just that's the whole point of the part of the van life is that you can put yourself where you want to put yourself, and you can be in a positive environment because you can be where you want to be. A positive environment. You can put yourself where you want to be. And Coates was talking about he was talking about in the Walmart parking lot, that people have the loud rap music and boom, boom, boom all the time. I don't think that he would. I don't think he would enjoy living somewhere where people play loud music next door to him or around him, and he would have to hear it. He would pretty be upset, I think. Hmm. I think you're right because they're big and brave because you're by yourself. Yeah, you're by yourself. And get those people. Yeah, and if you're stuck with people around you that make you unhappy, you just need to put yourself in a positive position. I just get sucked into this thing of standing up for myself. I have to face people down. I have to face the bully and face the bully down. And I can stand up for myself when I face the bully down, but I'm not happy because I'm not in a positive position. Okay, I have to do that. A lot of views. Yeah, that will get a lot of views. Well, at least I'm being honest with you guys. I mean, I figure some of you guys are my friends and you like me. You wish the best for me. And that's what when I discovered van life and RVing and stuff like that. Millions of views. Oh, that's really cool. And even though I like, dude, that's right. Speak softly and carry a big stick. Speak softly and carry a big stick. I'm going to pin your comment there. Speak softly and carry a big stick. Oh, they were super creepy. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. I just want to. I want my place to be mine. I don't want other people to take away what's mine. That's all. But like you said, I'm sorry about the dirty dishes and the dirty dirty house. So yeah, I just walk, speak, speak softly, and carry a big stick. That's a good idea. I'll have to look up the meaning of that. Yeah, and just I need to focus on my own happiness too. That's something I need to do is focus on my own happiness. Anyway, yeah, I know. Yeah, I need to do that myself, street life. I'm guilty. I'm sorry for the dirty mess. I'm sorry I assaulted your eyes with the dirty mess. I'm going to do that as soon as I get off. Hello, Leah Sampson. I'll clean this, I promise. So anyway, 37 people watching. Yeah, even though in a way I like Marshall Elvis Travels and I don't want to hate on him, but I have to set boundaries, and I have to say what he said to me isn't right, he was joking or not joking about being a sissy or whatever, you know. I have to set boundaries. I can't just let people say what they want to say. I have to set boundaries for myself. Main thing is life is short. You have to enjoy life, and you can't just spend your whole life fighting with them. But do you guys think that I should be more aggressive? Do you think I could be more aggressive? And do you think how can I become more aggressive? Or do I not need to do that? You can find out real fast who a friend is by saying the words no or stop. Homeless cats, that makes so much sense. You can find out real fast who a real friend is by saying no or say stop. I think we all do here on the boy. Yeah, exactly. Say no or stop, and if they're not your friend, they're going to turn against you. If you say no or stop, I guess they're not your friend. You can't just do what the person says. You can't just do whatever somebody says. You have to say no sometimes in life. You can't just do what other people say. The dude, you are the dude. No low self-esteem, please. Be aggressive. How can I become more aggressive? How can I do that? How do you change your thinking? To be like an aggressive type of person. How can you just become that way more? I guess I just have to. It's a matter of changing my state of mind. Oh, anyway. Yeah. You can walk, speak softly, and carry a big stick. So, everything you need to know. You put yourself first before other people. That's a good thing. After many, Joni, after many getting run over in life, it changes you. It takes time, Leah Simpson says. It takes time. Okay, very true. That sounds good. You don't need to change yourself as much as you need to love and protect yourself. Love and protect yourself. Oh, I'll pin that comment too. That makes a lot of sense too. I'm glad. That makes a lot of sense. You need to love and protect yourself. I guess I have to realize that I matter too. I set boundaries for people. Whether they're friends on YouTube, after you tell someone no, you don't owe them an I'm sorry or an explanation. I'll pin that comment. When you tell someone no, you don't owe them an I'm sorry. You don't owe them an explanation. Always a people pleaser until I met a narcissist. Done with that crap. Homeless cats, you make so much sense. You make a lot of sense. I'm glad to hear your comments. Molasses, how are you? Nice to see you. I have been trying to be more aggressive because I'm always way too nice. Well, Molasses Murphy, that's my problem too. Molasses Cookies, sorry. That's my problem too. is that I'm always too nice to people. I'm just too nice of a person. So I'm just too nice of a person. I don't need to be too nice. Being too nice will not get you anywhere in life. Assertive, not aggressive. Assertive. Yeah, I need to be assertive, not aggressive. That makes a lot of sense. Just be assertive. But you don't owe people an I'm sorry. You don't owe people an explanation. You don't owe anybody anything. That's a good thing to remember is that I don't owe anything to anyone. I'm calling Caesar Milan to come to train you. Caesar Milan to train you. That means the molasses can have a boit war. I've gotten in fights in traffic. I snapped way too far. Like some people didn't listen to me until I threatened them. Now they've cooled it, which is unfortunate, but real life. Like some people didn't listen to me until I threatened them. Now they've cooled it, which is good, molasses. It's good that they did that. The dog whisperer. Yes, exactly. I guess I have to remember I don't owe any explanations or apologies to people, including Marshall, Elvis Travels. I just need to set limits. I used to have a guy that used to come to the house when I was in high school, a teenager. And this guy would come demanding cigarettes. When I was 14 years old, he would come and demand cigarettes. I guess if you're a pushover, then people are going to push you over. If the wrong people are going to come to you, I guess the wrong people are going to want to befriend you. Yeah, exactly. I think that if you're a real person who does what everybody says to do, then the wrong people will come to your door. Oh, yes. So the wrong people will come to your door. Yes. So there are probably videos on assertiveness training. Watch at least one every day. I'll do that. Not really trying to be really overly aggressive, just trying to be assertive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The dog whisperer. Don't listen to me until I threaten you. I've gotten in fights in traffic. The boy war. Season Milani. You don't have to be a yeah, exactly. I think a lot of this is good advice, you guys. There are probably I think there's a lot of good advice in here. Well, I'm actually pulling 35 people in here, and like and subscribe to my channel. I'll bring you the real raw truth in my life. I'll try to bring you the raw truth. The right type of friends will respect your assertiveness. Not just having somebody who wants you to just do this or do that, but to, you know, if you don't want to do this or if you don't want to do that, the right kind of friends are just not going to. Well, if I tried to explain that to somebody like him, I really don't think he's going to listen. I can't really explain that to Marshall Elvis Travels, I don't think. And I'm not trashing him. It's just in case he's watching. I'm not trash talking. I'm just being raw. It's the real truth, the raw truth. I just don't like how the way things were when I was with him, and he was on my channel just doing whatever he says to do. I'm not really happy with that. Good talking advice. And I think you guys listening to some of you people who have been through things themselves helps me to listen to you people who have been through things themselves. I think that's an important conversation we can have it again. And I need to respect my own desires. I have to put myself first. Yeah, everyone has to have personal boundaries. Everyone has their own personal boundaries. Yeah, he was rude. I think the point of it is I need to be able to set down my boundaries and say, Sandy, Lindenthal, nice to see you. I just, when he came on my channel, I should have just told him, hey, you can't come on my channel and trash other people and bash others. He is abusive and you don't deserve it. Don't give him the power over you. Exactly. I don't want anybody to have power over me. I don't want anybody to have power over me or dominate me. Oh, it's okay, Street Life. I like you, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're here in the chat. And I know that you seem to try to do the right thing a lot of the time. It seems like Street Life. You got a good head on your shoulders, and sounds like it, you try to make good decisions. Yeah, it's just exactly the main thing. Yeah, forget him. That's the whole point of it. It's just to move on, I guess, with our lives. Oh, unless they feel inadequate with themselves. So every bully is usually very insecure with themselves. So anyway, it's been 47 minutes. If I just do a stream like this every day, if I do a stream like this every day, I think this is a good thing. Therapeutic. Don't give him any money. Oh, never. I don't ever intend to give anybody any money. I mean, main thing is I've got my own bills and I've got my own life. I can't afford to have to give money to somebody like that. Ooh. Number one would know Joni. No one would know Joni if it wasn't for Elbow. 34 watching because Elbow brought. Well, yeah, I agree that Elbow brought me here, and I'm glad. Self help. He brought me here, and I'm grateful. I'm glad that Elbow Marshall Elvis brought me here, but at the same time, I still have to have my boundaries. I think these people in the chat are correct. I think that insecure people deflect on others a lot. It's not my fault. No, that's true. You were sitting in a group of self help because I got to have boundaries. And I don't think I owe him anything. And he agreed to build my channel. Yeah, abuse is bad. And I think that's what this one person says. Um, I just feel like that's the truth. We have to have our own boundaries. When you get monetized, he will make you feel like you owe him for life. Okay. Main thing is I have boundaries with Marshall Elvis Travels. If I ever have him on my channel or if he ever meets me in real life, he has to have boundaries. I have to have boundaries. Yeah, the point is that I have boundaries. I have self-respect. I can hold my head high. The point is I have to hold my head high and I have to have boundaries. And I don't need to be a person that's like, well, he's already cut off Tasha really and he's already cut off Mr. X. He doesn't want to really talk to him. He didn't cut off Mr. X, but that's the point. Is he just? I like Marshall, but at the same time, if I can't have boundaries with him as a friend, then he can't be my friend because he can't honor my boundaries. So if I'm going to be friends with anybody from now on, they have to honor my boundaries. They have to honor my boundaries. I have personal boundaries still. And if you're, well, okay, street life, I understand. Yeah, he cut you off. Main thing is that I have boundaries. I have boundaries myself, and I have to have my boundaries. And this agreement that I do whatever somebody else says because they help me somehow. That's just, BS because as people, we all have the right to our boundaries. We all have the right to our boundaries. I've been watching movies a lot, and the movies I've been watching, yeah, exactly. Your friends, it's confusing. The abuser has sides you you like. Then there's the bad side, very common. You like the good side of this person, but there's the bad side of the person. Exactly. The greatest people in my life are the most trustworthy. Yeah, we have boundaries as people. We have to have boundaries as people. There's boundaries that people can't cross. I've been watching movies, and the women in the movies that I've been watching, you know, being in relationships with people and stuff like that, they have boundaries. And in a normal relationship, I've grew up dysfunctional. I've never had a really normal relationship, but watching movies and learning about how other people do relationships, how normal people do relationships, I can see that. That's how normal people do relationships. By watching movies and learning, I can learn how real people do relationships. Well, you're good, straight life. I think you're a good person. Manipulative, the greatest people in life. But that's the whole point is I've learned, how normal people in relationships work, not these controlling type of and if you're a real passive person that does what other people say to do and you let people run you over, then the wrong people come to your door. The wrong people. Oh, thank you, molasses. But and another thing it's really gotten me. Oh yeah. The main thing is that yeah, I learned about how normal and being transgender. I would really love to be a straight person. I would love to be normal and be straight. And living in the hills where I live at, it would be pressuresome to make me want to be straight. But the point is I'm not happy being straight. And I would have to live my life to be like to please other people to be that way, to be normal, not transgender. So I guess in my life, even though people don't agree with that lifestyle and even people don't like it, at least they try to be polite and try to be respectful. Just like Coates, and I watch him, and he doesn't really care for the transgender thing very much. But I think most of the time when I go in Coates's channel, he tries to be respectful, even though he doesn't really care for the lifestyle. He doesn't care for that kind of thing, and he doesn't really care for it. But I think he tries to be civil. And I respect that, that he tries to be civil. Yeah, I think so, dude. But that's the whole point is that, and even though I respect a person who doesn't accept transgender very well, yeah, I think so too. You got to make yourself happy. But that's the whole point is I respect a person who doesn't really accept the transgender thing, who doesn't really accept it, but they try to be civil. I worked for 11 years in a grocery store, and 10 of those, almost 9 of those years that I worked in that grocery store was a transgender person. And there were people that didn't accept it or didn't support the way I lived, but they tried to be civil. And I respect the fact that they tried to be civil, even though they didn't really care for it. They tried to be civil, and I respect the fact they tried to be civil. And so that's a good thing. And that's a good thing you learn in life. Even if you're an alternative type person, LGBT. Yeah, exactly, street life. It makes sense. Okay, but that's the whole point. Is there people I worked with? Oh, yeah, street life. That's good. The people I worked with, some people that accept the way I live my life, and some people didn't really accept the way I lived. But they tried. The ones that didn't accept it, there are two different types of people that don't like the trans stuff. Number one type of people, they try to be civil to you. They try to be civil. And then there's the people who don't try to be civil, you know? But I always think the people that don't like it, that don't agree with it, that try to still be civil, I commend those people for trying to be civil toward a person that's like that. They're not bashing someone, they're just trying to be civil, even though they don't really care for that lifestyle. So that's a good thing. You're not rednecks. I mean, not bad rednecks. There's good rednecks too. But okay. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Okay, but that's to that own self be true. I just have to, and in my late blooming transition, the women that I thought were cool to want to be like, that I kind of would like to be like as like a woman. The women that I would like to be like as a woman. Number one, here's my oh shit. The women that I would like to be like a woman. Number one, Madonna. Number two, Pat Benatar. Number three, excuse me, Debbie Harry, Blondie. I always thought Debbie Harry had so much style. The women that I think are cool. Joan Jett. Trying to find women, women that are rock and roll girls, that I think are stylish and attitude. I like the attitude of women, the women with attitude. Leather, rock and roll, they're being themselves. And I think as a girl, that makes me happy. The rocker chicks be like a rocker type chick makes me happy. Yeah. Oh, I almost have been to so many flea markets and stuff to get my records and cassettes. Mom, yeah,
Could you check him out one last time?
yeah, I can do that.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Yeah, commenting is confidence. They seem confident. I find a lot of my records and tapes at thrift stores and stuff, but I bought big bundles of cassettes on eBay. Um, Big jobs on eBay, big lots on eBay, used cassettes and pre homemade mixtapes and things on cassettes. So I'm going to get off here for a little while trying to reach my son. It's so complicated yet simple recognizing abuse. I guess you got to recognize abuse. Oh, that's good. So what I'm going to do is let you guys go for a while. It's almost an hour. I have to save my um, time on um, uh, StreamYard so I can, yeah, on my time on StreamYard so I can come on the stream every day. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I guess I'll let you go, Basic Bob, and everyone else. I'll catch you where the sun don't shine. Exactly, Street Life, and I say other people's fights good. Okay.